Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are you people doing here? So Croatia defeat Canada 4-1, and Canada become the latest nation after Qatar to be eliminated from the World Cup knockout contention. And here's my opinion, man. You look at the Canada national team. Obviously, Canada, I guess you could say they were very unlucky in this group because obviously, I thought it was going to be a much more competitive game than what I saw in the second half. Because second half, man, Croatia, they were just a pure dominant on the ball, and especially in the first half, like Croatia, after Canada scored that first goal, Croatia, man, I guess you could say that Croatian football came to light after Alphonso Davies scored that goal for Canada, and Croatia, they just took control for the rest of the game, scoring 2 goals in under 10 minutes right before the brink of halftime. And this is the thing about Canada, man. Canada, obviously, if you're a nation that qualified for the World Cup for the first time, in like what, over 30, 40 years, because I believe last time they qualified was 1986. So that means that obviously for Canada, them not having that World Cup experience probably isn't going to really help them out in this year's World Cup, because obviously if you want to be able to go far at a World Cup, the most important thing you need is to have World Cup experience, and that's something Canada unfortunately do not have. But I guess you could say that this journey for Canada at the World Cup can be a great learning experience for them, especially considering that Canada, they still got the player of their I guess you could say that Canada, they still got a great future talent in Alphonso Davies, who I think is going to become a I guess you could say part of Canada, part of Canadian football for many years to come. And I guess you could say that for Canada, they just need to find a way how to build their team around Alphonso Davies. That's one way how I imagine Canada can maybe be a good team in the future, finally under Alphonso Davies. Because let's be honest, Alphonso Davies, out of all the Canadian players that have made the biggest impact for the squad, Alphonso Davies, I would have to say he's the one that made the biggest impact on the team, and I think he could go down possibly as the greatest player in Canada's football history, just because, you look at his performances, they really remind you of prime Roberto Carlos and prime Marcelo. I think that could be the talent Alphonso Davies can reach. But, Croatia, what can I say? Croatia, man, freaking brilliant in the second half. Kramaric, he balled out today. So, for Croatia, I guess what's really going to determine how far they can go at the World Cup is how well Kramaric plays. Because obviously Croatia, in order for them to maybe even repeat or have a chance of them doing what they did in 2018, they're going to have to, I guess, get more out of Kramaric in terms of performances, because obviously, for Croatia, they are still trying to figure out who can fill in the void left by Mandzukic, and I guess you could say today Kramaric, he did his best Mandzukic impression. And obviously, for Croatia, man, they deserve this win, man. Croatia, experienced squad, and Canada, I guess you could say they were really no match for Croatia's midfield in this game, because that's what made the biggest impact in this game, is just Croatia's incredible front three midfield. And I guess that's what the thing that can still carry this Croatia team very far at this year's World Cup. So ladies and gents, let me know what you thought about Canada and Croatia's performance in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and see ya.